Hello, welcome to the channel. Today we're going to look at the luxury ships from Origin, the 600i series.
Hi.
Where I'm going to compare the Explorer and the Touring Edition, giving you an inside look at both interiors as well as telling you my preferred loadouts for both of these awesome ships. So go grab some coffee, hit that like and subscribe button, and let's get started. So first we're going to look at the 600i Touring Edition. This is the luxury passenger ship which will allow you to transport VIPs across the system. Out of all the luxury ships, this one is by far my favorite. And if I was a president or celebrity, this is definitely the ship I'd want to be on. And with that being said, let's look at the interior. Right, just had to go grab some appropriate clothing. This ship is truly a sight to behold. Let's head inside. As we run up there, you'll see the see-through floors. Note that the Touring Edition does not have the drop-down cargo bay of the 600i Explorer. So if you're looking to carry a vehicle, you're out of luck with this one. But don't let that stop you from trying it. Right, heading up the elevator, we are going towards the top deck and first heading left towards the cockpit area. Right here you can see the pilot seat as well as two co-pilot chairs. Now as we head towards the back, on your left there you'll see 3 escape pods, and then in the main area is where your guests will be sleeping. All these suites come with their own little bed and bathrooms, and these rooms are rather small. The 600i series ships are due for rework, so these might change. So you've got 4 rooms on top. Now in the middle of the room you'll see the flight of stairs that go down. But before I show you that, let's get towards the back. There on the right you can see another elevator. To the left you can see a place where you'll be able to store armor in future. They aren't functional yet. And then heading towards the back you've got your luxury party area with your own bar, stocked fridge, which you can't drink unfortunately. And then as you head down there's a little seating area where I usually sit during long quantum jumps. And then here at the bottom, a little plasma screen and a pool table, which will hopefully work in the future. Down here, got a cargo area as well as the place where all your modules are stored. So this area is where the engineering gameplay will come into play in future. So not much to do here. The other side is a carbon copy of the side I just showed you, so I just skipped through that. Then heading back up towards the center section, let's use the elevator so I can show you the lower deck. Right, so again heading towards the back first, here you'll see your crew quarters. I actually prefer those to the luxury cabins. And then on the left you'll see more escape pods for your crew, and here is where I think the new medbed will be once the rework gets released. So rumored that there will be a tier 1 medbed will allow you to use your ship as a base as well, similar to the Carrot, as well as treat all injuries. That's pretty cool. Then heading towards the middle you'll see the lounge area where your guests can sit and just enjoy themselves. And then in the middle of the room you'll also see the see-through floor, which makes for some great views during flight for your passengers. And then last but not least, heading towards the front, you'll see the captain's quarters with an epic view, a nice little kitchen, as well as a little bathroom for those long trips. That's it. The 600i Touring is a great ship. Then looking at the best loadout. For the weapons, I've got the Omniskis on there. I just like those. And then for the turrets, I've got NDB-30s. Those are more to deter enemies. And I replaced the Arista missiles with Chaos 3 missiles. They're slightly slower, but they punch a lot harder. For his shields, I've got 2 FR-86 shields on there. The power plant, I've got the JS500. Coolers, I've got the military Grade A Blizzard. And then finally for the quantum drive, you've really got 2 options. I picked the Emera here because you're going to be transporting tourists. If you're leaning more towards riskier gameplay style like bounty hunting, then you can throw on the XL1s on there. Now let's look at the 600i Explorer, which is what I'm currently flying. Another thing you might not know is the real money to Alpha USD exchange ratio for the Touring Edition is actually better than it is for the Explorer Edition. So the Touring will cost you more money in-game, but is cheaper to purchase with real cash, whereas the Explorer Edition is cheaper in-game, but more expensive in real life. So keep that in mind as we move on. Now we're going to have a look at the 600i Explorer. So again, heading to the front first, there's your cockpit area with a pilot chair and 2 co-pilot seats. Going to the back, on your left you'll see the 3 drop pods. Then in the center, there on the bottom deck, you can see the vehicle area. This is a cartography area, by the way, with 2 scanning stations. These aren't functional yet, but will be useful in a future patch. And heading towards the back, on the right, you'll see the second elevator. Heading up the stairs, here is your non-functional armory. Then heading to the party area. Again, you've got your bar at the top, got your little seating area here. At the bottom, you've got a nice big kitchen, as well as your plasma TV and the pool table at the back. Here to your engineering room, as well as some cargo storage. I'll speed this part up as both sides are identical. Then heading up back towards the middle section of the ship. Once again, we're going to take the elevator to the lower level, heading towards the back first. Once again, you got your crew cabin with 5 escape pods and shower / medical area, where I assume the new med beds will go with a rework. Heading towards the vehicle bay. On the sides you'll see more cargo holders, if you will, and in the center is where your vehicle will be stored. The 600i comes with the G12 vehicle, which is not released yet, so I like to load a Cyclone RC in there for some fun. But you can fit anything from an Ursa Rover or smaller in there. And then finally, heading to front of the ship, you've got your captain's quarters with a little kitchen and your very own bathroom. And that's it for the Explorer. Let me show you my favorite loadout. Right, so for the weapons, I've got 3 Omniski size 5 weapons, as well as 2x2 Sucker Punch XL turrets. Now those are simply to break shields and disable faster ships, so I can shoot them down with the Omniskis. For the missiles, once again, I prefer the Chaos missiles to the Arresters, but the Arresters are really cool as well. Chaos are just a bit slower, but they punch harder. Then for the shields, we've got 2 FR86. For the power plant, for the JS500. On coolers, I've got 1 Blizzard. And for the quantum drive, here I prefer the XL1. Now, for which ship is better, the 600i Touring or the Explorer? Now, my honest opinion is this. Personally, I actually prefer the Touring over the Explorer, just because I like the luxury feel of it. Of course, the Explorer is more versatile because it allows you to carry a vehicle, but it's just missing that touch of class in the middle section. But that's just me. They're pretty much exactly the same ship, apart from the Explorer being able to carry a vehicle and having slightly more cargo space, whereas the 600i Touring is all about those VIPs. Be sure to check out this video next. Thanks for watching. See you in the verse.